right place? I hope that we are.
We
Hopefully.
are. We are
Yay. Look at that.
live.
Look at that. Look at me go.
Look at
I
that. It's like
swear.
we're professionals.
Kinda. I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but we would definitely try.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we
Let's
do.
see this here. Checking that, checking that, checking that, and that's good.
Also, I will say any numbers that I give you are the PDF numbers, not the actual page
Yep,
numbers.
that's perfectly. That's
Cool.
exactly what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna want. I'm gonna.
Amazing.
Oh, oh my God! I'm sorry you've been waiting
Oh my
forever,
gosh.
Amanda. I'm apologizing. We trying to be
Thank you
on
for
time.
waiting for
Thank you for
us.
waiting, though. Stream title. Wait, what? No, I already updated it. What the?
No! It was going so smoothly.
It was going so smoothly until then. But let me hang on.
It's fixable.
I can't fix it in slobs. I typed it out and hang on. How do I have to log up. I have to do the log in thing. I have to do the login thing. This is gonna be fun. Be prepared, Manda.
Uh-oh. Gosh, that title page just looks really good. Stream starting, Lore Masters Arcane on Blades in the Dark.
You gotta send me. You gotta send me the thing. Burp, 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 burp. Because it doesn't like me, so I can update the thing. Where's a Thomas when I need him?
Too true. I think he'll be popping in at some point, so there's that.
Remember. Alright, let's go. Yeah. Yep. Where's my banner? There we go. Come down here. Oh. There we go. Wow, that was a lot right there. Okay, here we go. Doskvul, right? Duskwall.
Yeah, Doskvol.
Doskvul. There we go.
VOL.
Dang it, man. We're doing it live.
Doskvol. Hi, Mega Rapidash. Thank you, Kaihawk, for the subscription.
And done. Alright, there we go. Alright, there's that, there's all of that.
I just got a notification from the Blue Box Discord that we're live. Whoa!
I
Do you
know,
expect
right?
that? That's crazy.
Technology? What?
It works.
It works. It's amazing.
I hope you all are having a good week so far.
Yes, we hope that you are as well. We're going to give it another few minutes and then we
Thank you for the subscription with the Prime, Mega Rapidash.
Thank you. I am still working on getting all the alerts imported and everything like that. And hopefully by next week we will have all of the alerts back again, or alerts of some kind that we'll have going on by then. So I apologize that the alerts are not up. It is a work in progress, much like myself as a human being.
Aren't we all?
I know, right? We're all just
constantly in progress.
We are all just works in progress.
Aren't
we? Right? All right, friends. Now, there are a few things that I did get changed and updated and whatnot on this. So I apologize because I can't hear this. So if this is really, really loud, you might want to pull. I'll just go ahead And for the brave souls that are out there, I'm going to use the transition. Now, when the transition comes, I turned the volume down on this thing, so you have to let me know if it actually turned down. So if you are hearing sensitive at all, then please pull your headphones out momentarily.
You
Because
have been warned.
because you have been warned, and technology has not been my friend today. It really hasn't, friends. So let's go ahead and let's slide on over to where you can see our darling faces. In 3, 2, and 1. Loud? Was it loud? Hi, everybody.
Oh no! Amanda said my ears.
I warned you. I warned you.
Oh
It is set
well.
at
John said it wasn't too bad.
no.
They said it wasn't too bad. I think Amanda was pulling our leg.
Oh,
How
thank
dare
goodness.
you?
Okay.
I'm shaking my finger at you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because I had that sucker set at 30% right now. So, like, that's why I was like, 'cause I remember that thing was always horribly loud, and it was just, right? So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Lore Masters Arcanum. Once again, we have the down and dirty Bud Light version, because Kurt's still working on stuff to get it all up and going. But the most important thing is you get to see Rachel. That's why we're all here. We know that's why we're all here, but that's
Thanks
okay.
for being here, guys.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Wonderful. So, friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. Tonight on Lore Masters Arcanum, we are going to take a look at one of the coolest games that I have been dying to play, but have never had the opportunity to do it, right? And that is Blades in the Dark. Now, this game has been out for a little while, admittedly, and it has had several games that have been built off of its engine, off of the Blades engine. It is the Forged in the Dark engine, is what it's referred to as. If my research was correct. Some of you may have heard other versions of this game. Scum and Villainy, Band of Blades is another one, where Scum and Villainies in space. Band of Blades is you basically play like a medieval military unit, and you're moving across battlefields and stuff like that or whatnot. It's really cool, and there's a whole lot of stuff. And today, most importantly, I just found out. You ready for this, Rachel? And I can't wait to get my hands on it. Someone released another setting book for Blades, a whole other city. Yeah, I just saw.
Do you know which city?
It's something of the red clouds or red waters, something red waters, or the red waters of something, right? I just saw it today, but it's a whole other. It's a whole other,
massive.
It's a whole other city, and it looks like it's set in the bayou. And I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. Anyway, so enough of that. We haven't even dived into the first thing, right? We haven't even jumped into the first thing.
We get excited.
Sorry, we get really excited and strap in because it's gonna get wild. All right, friends. So, Blades in the Dark. What is Blades in the Dark? If any of you follow my Instagram, I think I summed it up the best in what Blades in the Dark is. Bad people doing good things in bad ways. Blades in the Dark is an interesting game set in a town, city, whatever you want to call it, of perpetual night almost. But not perpetual night in a way of like, oh my god, like it's always nighttime. Just the city is that big, it's that looming, and there are things outside of the fence, which we will get into what the fence is in a little bit, that go bump in the night, right? It is...
Boy, do they.
It is... So, to give you an idea, and Rachel has been devouring this content, like this book, so much, right? It is I want to say a neo-Victorian era kind of city, right? So we have single shot guns, like rifles and pistols. So similar to like flintlock, but slightly better or slightly worse, depending upon how you look at it. But the big thing about this is it is a seedy underworld of assassins, hired hitmen, people who are walk on the less than lawful side of life.
You could say that again.
It is, in my best opinion, a way to play a group of
Scoundrels.
you know what, scoundrels is too light of a word. In my opinion, it is a game that allows you to tell unique and wonderful stories about characters that would normally be sent to kill the good guys. That's the best way that I could put it. Because you're not good people. You've done
Mm-hmm.
things, whether it be you're an assassin of some kind, you are a thief, you are a scoundrel, you're a charlatan, you are a some form of crap. What's the name? A con artist. There you go. That's what I was looking for. A
Mm-hmm.
con artist, something along those lines, something of a truly criminal element. And it's your story of you and your little band of criminals surviving in a world that thrives off criminals, but also a touch of the supernatural. Now is the time for me to get washed out a little bit. So, that being said, let's take a look at Blades in the Dark. Rachel,
So
I know you are dying to tell us more about Blades in the Dark.
I
Um,
am.
so, precursor, friends, that little thing that I hinted at yesterday. If you've been wondering what the TOA crew has been up to, this is it, friends. Coming January 7th is when they're re kicking off, right? That first Sunday of January. The TOA time slot is going to be taken over by the TOA crew telling a Blades in the Dark story. You will probably see some new faces popping in and out periodically, but the goal is that it is going to come out of the new studio. Fingers crossed, no technical difficulties, and everything gets set up on time, right? You will see this crew coming from that studio. If not, we'll do it online like this for a little bit until the studio gets finished, and then we will 100% launch with the crew sitting around a table, which you're used to. So that, for one, is your big announcement. Two,
We freaking missed you. We can't wait. Also,
two,
hi, Moose. Thanks for the sub.
two. We're going to take a look at the game itself. So you all can get a chance to see what the game is. We're not going to go too deep into maybe some of the house rules, but a keen eye this evening will be able to ascertain a few things here and there. So, without further ado, Rachel,
Hi.
where in Blades in the Dark would you like to begin?
I would love to begin with the fact that this is a post apocalyptic world.
Go on.
So, within the source book, there will be reference to a thing called the cataclysm. And this cataclysm, there is not a bunch of detail given. Something that I love about this entire, I'd say, PDF book system is that there is so much room for the GM to come up with as much as they want or as little as they want. It is just so much room. They give you just enough that you can take it and run. And I love it. What we do know about the cataclysm is that there is no sun anymore. There are some remnants of red embers within the sky that will give dawn and twilight uh, on the briefest of hours, but the rest of the time is spent in the dark, hence Blades of the Dark. Uh, Something else that isn't really explained is that the sea has turned black. All of the sea has turned black. It is called the Void. Yet, despite this blackness, there are the reflection of stars.
Isn't that dope?
Don't know if there is like reflection from the stars that are above or if there are stars within the water. Once again, not really given much clarity on that, but there are things in the void called Leviathan, and these are really important to our story because Leviathan blood is what allows us to power the walls. Now, what are the walls, you might ask? They are
Mm,
this dome around, I think, most cities. I think the
yeah,
only cities that it isn't around are the ones in the Shattered Isles.
correct. That is my understanding of it. Is that the Shattered
Yes,
Isles are the only ones that don't have the domes?
yes. These domes are electrical, it is lightning, and they are powered by the blood of these Leviathan that are hunted down and drained for what they have in order to keep our people safe, keep the people of Duskfall safe, keep the people of every country safe.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us to PDF 317, which
PDF
is,
317. You say?
yes, 317,
All right,
which
all right.
should be the map of the world.
Nope, not for me. Let's see. There we
Ooh.
go. I have it as 309 on mine.
Oh, weird and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, get a better PDF, I guess. I don't know.
I gave you the same PDF.
It says 317 on mine. I'm just saying. Anyways, there are 6 different countries. Each have many different towns associated with them. Something that is fun. You get to choose what place you are from. You simply must end up in Duskfall because that is where our story takes place.
Mm-hmm.
To give a brief rundown of the heritages. There is Akoros, which is where Duskfall is. It is the industrialized land of the Imperium, which is what everyone here falls under officially
Mm-hmm.
after the 36-year war that they've had with Scotland, which has ended
Yeah.
as of 2 years ago to the date that we start.
Yeah.
36-year war, by the way. It's freaking wild.
Right?
Um, it is it is home to the capital city of Duskfall, which you might also hear referred to as Duskwall, because it just depends on your upbringing which one you use. There is a wide, diverse conglomeration of cultures, some that have grown close together in the proximity of these centuries, and some that are still very much set apart due to the worldly difficulties that they have seen. There are then the Dagger Isles, which are during this cataclysm, some of the land got broken up, and it's just really weird there. It's very strange. Each
Mm-hmm.
little island has different ecosystem and biome to it. It
Okay.
switches between those little rivers that are between them. But a lot of people travel on ships to and fro. There's a lot of merchants. They live without the lightning barriers and somehow deal with the wandering spirits in some other ways, which I suppose, quick aside, because I'm not good at telling stories without having little asides. It's just part of my brain.
Mm-hmm.
There are spirits in this world. There are demons in this world. There are vampires in this world. And it's scary. They're bad. Most of them, at the very least, are very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Demons, for sure. You don't want to go up against them. They're very powerful and they're very creepy and very scary. You don't want that. Spirits, every single person that dies within roughly span of 3 or so days will turn into a spirit unless they are taken care of by spirit wardens, or they are called in Duskfall. These people take the dead bodies of those that have died and bring them to their headquarters. I cannot recall the name of it off the top of my head, but I can figure it out. And they deal with the body either through demons or not friend shaped, Cameron.
No.
Cameron, they're
No.
not friend
No,
shaped.
Cameron.
These
Cameron.
demons are special, not
100%.
friend.
In this game, no, demons are very much not friend shaped. Not at all.
Not at
In
all. We
any
don't.
capacity. No.
No, Amanda. No, Amanda.
No, they are not.
No,
No.
we are
They
gonna.
are
If
not.
you,
They are not going to bestow magical powers upon you. They are not going to do
they
any
will eat
such thing.
you, or worse, or worse. Um,
Much
but yeah,
worse.
so everyone will turn into a spirit. Most are not good. In fact, I believe it is stated that within the scientific community of Duskfall, it is believed that there are no good spirits. All of them are bad. Um, So that's fun. That is why we need the lightning barriers to keep those spirits that are out in the Deadlands
Mm-hmm.
where they are, so they can stay away and everything's fine and
Right.
dandy,
Right.
and it's
What's the
great.
cool part about the lightning barriers, though?
What part do you have in mind? Because I mean, they're lightning barriers, and that's really cool in of itself.
Okay, so the cool part about the lightning barriers, right, is that, well, you get to pick a color,
Yes,
right?
ours
What
is.
color is what color are our lightning barriers?
It's like this pinky purple,
It
and it's
is
very cool.
like this pinky purple,
And it makes
right?
sense because it's coming from blood.
Exactly.
Yeah, very fun.
They are interesting to say the least. The Leviathans, though, those are neat.
They're scary. They're really big. There are Leviathan hunters in the world,
They
and
are.
God bless
Okay.
them, you know?
I mean,
Sorry, continuing.
yeah.
There's then, back to the countries, Aruvia, which is considered foreign by locals in Akovos. It is a very rich and powerful desert kingdom that is to the south. And then there is Severos, which is considered wild by the rest of the empire. It is outside of like the few imperial settlements that are there. Most
Yep.
of the Severosi live in like nomadic tribes that are
Okay.
scattered across the Deadlands and survive off of ruins of ancient arcane fortresses, which repel the spirits for them, which is good for them. Scotland, as I had said previously, has been suffering against the imperial rule for a 36-year war called the Unity War, which, as I stated previously, ended 2 years to present day. Many Scotlanders fled their home due to the violence and unsafety of it all, and came to Doskval to have new opportunities as they are just across the way. However, of course, if you went through boat, you would have to go across the void, and that's dangerous. And who wants to do that? And then there's Tacheros, which is weird. It's a weird place.
Yeah.
It is called a semi-mythical land that is far beyond the northern Void Sea, and people. It is said that people from there are part demon. So if you choose a Takerosi heritage, you get a demonic telltale, which is like black eyes or feathers or a tail.
We're not gonna ask how they became part demon, knowing what real demons are like. We're not gonna touch on
maybe
that.
that demon was French shaped, but all of the others weren't.
Yeah, maybe doubtful. I doubt there was a lot of friendly.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself in order to live.
Yeah.
And sleep at night.
However, we can't tell them everything about every part of every city in every world.
Of
Don't
course.
get me wrong, because we got to leave them with some suspense.
You're right. You're right.
One thing that I want to touch on, that I find really unique, is degree of success.
Yes.
Did you get to that?
I believe I did, but what part about it?
This game is a game of D6s, right? So as the sixes, right? Sixes are are a success, right? And so, but 4 to 5 is kind of a success, maybe.
Mixed.
2 to 3 is failure.
Yeah.
1 is you hurt yourself. And so it's bad, right? So our players are going to be rolling, the players are going to be rolling like fistful of D6s, and obviously they're hunting for 6s. But it's not to say that they can't do things on a 4 to 5, right? it can allow them to do things just not necessarily in the most perfect way. So one of the things that I do like about this game is that not friend shaped.
Not friend shaped.
Not friend shaped.
Read through the PDF, and you'll know they aren't friend
Yeah,
shaped.
right, for real. That they are not. It's not necessarily bad, but a 3 and below can get real hairy real fast. So it's kind of neat in my opinion of how it works. Um,
I'm excited to see it.
so one of the things that I do very much appreciate about this game a lot is the different factions that you have to
Oh, there are so many.
different things. Okay, so one of the things I've been joking around with the group about, right, is that this game is John Wick without guns for the most part, right? You have all these cool little groups and factions and all this stuff, right, that answer to these higher factions and like these insignificant people that you don't think would really matter in the grand scope of things very much matter, right, up, right, and the level of your faction is very interesting, and I thought that this was great, right. This goes through and explains their gang size and what they are, right. Now your gang size can get bigger as you play, right, but for our little gang, right, they technically qualify as a small gang, little small guy,
This
little
is kind of a couple
little
of people.
guys, right.
Little guys.
But
You haven't heard us.
massive gangs are tier 5 of like 80 people. So one of the things to best describe how the gangs work in this, and it talks about it in the game, like in the as like reference material, they make reference to Gangs of New York a lot. And if you have not seen that masterpiece, I 100% recommend you go watch it. And you will soon begin to understand the nature of how these different factions interact with one another and how some of the outliers that exist, the independents, how they can be bought, how they can trade sides, how they can do all of these things, right? So taking things like, if you're looking for inspiration for trying to figure out how things really work, I'd recommend the John Wick movies and Gangs of New York. Personally, they are great examples of it. Now, this game is broken up into an interesting dynamic of how it works. Let's scroll up to the where are you at? The breakdown of it. Here you go. This is the game structure, which I found very interesting. So you have free play, right? Free play is interesting. Free play is all of the interactions, talking to people, interacting with people, coming up, just the day to day life aspect, right? Then you have the engagement role. Now, the engagement role, right, is what's like, what is actually happening? What are we
It's so
going to
good.
do? What are we going to do? Because part of the free play is you have to choose a target and choose a plan, right? Now, the way that this works versus how